The following video summarizes a recent landmark race discrimination and retaliation lawsuit, which resulted in a record jury award of $238 million for the wrongful termination of an African American employee. If you are an employee, watch closely to understand your legal rights. The plaintiff filed a lawsuit against his former employer, United Parcel Service UPS, claiming racial discrimination, hostile work environment, and retaliation. The plaintiff, who worked for UPS as a package car cover driver in Seattle and later Yakima, Washington, alleged that he was discriminated against and harassed by his supervisors and co-workers after transferring to Yakima. His employment was governed by a collective bargaining agreement negotiated by the Teamsters Union. Key incidents include a grievance filed by the plaintiff in April 2018, when he was repeatedly laid off in favor of white drivers with less seniority. The plaintiff reported that he faced derogatory comments from his supervisor, who referred to him as "boy," a term with clear racial overtones. The plaintiff alleged that his complaints about this conduct were dismissed by his manager, who failed to take corrective action. Following these grievances, the plaintiff claimed he faced retaliation, including being assigned undesirable routes, being denied work opportunities, and other forms of verbal abuse. In 2021, the plaintiff was terminated following an allegation of sexual harassment, an accusation he denied, asserting that the incident was fabricated as a pretext to justify his dismissal. He filed a complaint under Title 42 of the United States Code, Section 1981, the Washington Law Against Discrimination, and for wrongful termination in violation of public policy. The United States District Court for the Eastern District of Washington reviewed motions for summary judgment from both the plaintiff and the defendant. The court granted each motion in part. Discrimination claims. The court found that the plaintiff had not established a prima facie case of racial discrimination under Section 1981 and the Washington Law Against Discrimination. The court concluded that he failed to provide sufficient evidence that white employees in similar positions were treated more favorably. The court also noted that although the plaintiff claimed that he faced disparate treatment in terms of work assignments, bonuses, and dress code enforcement, he did not identify specific white employees who received more favorable treatment in those areas. Hostile work environment. The court dismissed the hostile work environment claims. While the plaintiff recounted incidents of racial slurs and derogatory comments, the court found that these incidents, though offensive, were not sufficiently pervasive or severe to meet the legal standard for a hostile work environment claim. Retaliation claims. The plaintiff succeeded in his retaliation claim. The court found that he engaged in protected activities, including filing complaints with the EEOC and grievances through the union, and that he suffered adverse employment actions, including his termination. The court also noted evidence suggesting that the employer may have used the sexual harassment allegation as pretext for retaliating against the plaintiff for filing complaints. Conflicting accounts of the sexual harassment incident and the manner in which the investigation was conducted raised questions of fact that could not be resolved at the summary judgment stage. Wrongful termination. The court allowed the wrongful termination claim to proceed based on the same reasoning as the retaliation claim. Given the potential pretextual nature of plaintiff's dismissal, there were factual disputes about whether the termination was a result of racial bias or retaliation. Following this, the case proceeded to trial. In trial, the jurors concluded unanimously that the plaintiff proved retaliation in violation of Title 42 of the United States Code, Section 1981, and of Washington Law Against Discrimination, as well as wrongful discharge in violation of public policy. Accordingly, the jurors awarded the plaintiff $237,600,000 as follows: $198 million in punitive damages, and $39,600,000 for emotional distress, loss of enjoyment of life, humiliation, pain and suffering, personal indignity, and so on. Based on this case, employers must exercise caution in handling discrimination and retaliation complaints. It is critical to thoroughly document investigations and ensure that all disciplinary actions are based on legitimate, non-pretextual reasons. The case also highlights the importance of proper grievance handling and ensuring that employees are not retaliated against for raising legitimate concerns about workplace discrimination. For employees, this case serves as a reminder to document incidents of discrimination and retaliation carefully. Engaging in protected activities such as filing grievances and complaints with the EEOC is a crucial step in addressing discrimination but must be accompanied by clear evidence to support claims of disparate treatment or retaliation. For more details, including the parties and the attorneys represented in this case, check out the video description. Please like, share, and subscribe for more updates on U.S. case law. Thank you for watching.